Welcome to part 5 of our journey toward awakening. Today we're going to explore something deeply personal: your heart as the keeper of divine wisdom, freedom from fear, and the only judge within you whose verdict is always the same: unconditional love. Let these words bypass your mind and sink straight into the depths of your being. Whatever you believe, the storms in your mind are nothing more than shadows, like a bird's silhouette passing beneath a fading cloud. Just as the sky blends seamlessly into the cosmos with no barriers between them, you are already one with an ocean of peace. You just temporarily believe that riding a single wave on its surface is all there is. Think about it. Is love guiding you, or is it fear? How does the world look to you? Does it feel friendly and supportive, or threatening and full of danger? Who do you encounter on your path? Do you see angels, or do you see enemies unworthy of compassion? Whatever you've separated in your mind will stay separated until you unite everyone and learn to see each person through the eyes of truth. You're not guilty of this separation. Like a child, you wandered into the forest chasing a mysterious black bird, driven by curiosity and wonder. That the bird now looks like a demon to you, that going home feels like facing punishment. That's not your fault. It's simply a mistake waiting to be corrected. Loving arms are ready to embrace you. Eyes full of understanding are ready to dissolve your fears. But are you willing to let yourself fall into that embrace, where every fear becomes nothing but a forgotten dream? It would make sense to look at everything happening around you and recognize it as the will of your Father, whose only desire for you is your happiness. But a mind trembling with fear cannot see the truth. Light will seem frightening to it. Darkness will seem threatening. And emptiness, the very source of all creation, will seem like terrifying nothingness, ready to fight to the bitter end. Your fearful attention actually expands the boundaries of that end, unable to see that this very battle is your own will expressing itself, just in a form you don't enjoy. As long as you command reality to be heavy and hard, who's going to override that command? But the moment you decide to bring divine light into your world, the universe itself will create messengers of a new reality. And together with them, you'll step into that new world. What loving parent would ever let their beloved child destroy themselves? There's no force in existence capable of that, because everything that exists is love. Those spaces that haven't been touched by love aren't dangerous or destructive. They're just barriers to love, so let them fall. A child's belief in the hostility of others, and therefore in their own hostility, is nothing but another barrier to love. When it collapses like the last fortress wall, love will flood into everything that currently sits in darkness, and whatever lives in love lives forever. You can only think with love where there's no battle raging. So step off the battlefield, even while standing in the middle of it, and see the one true desire of every living being, to rest in the Father's love, which has already been given to everyone by birthright. Truth doesn't skip anyone, no matter how unworthy they think they are. What love reclaims blooms eternally in love's garden. The beauty of your heart is unknown to you. But if you could see it the way I see it, your amazement would be endless. Shimmering with golden light, you fill the space around you with radiance. Don't believe anyone who says your heart can grow dark or lose its light. There's no thought, no action that could ever make your heart betray its true nature. Whatever challenges await you, you'll find within your heart an eternal source, and within that source, a truth that shines into forever. When things get hard, turn to your heart See its divine flame lighting up your entire being and serving as a guiding star for everyone around you. Don't let yourself believe this light isn't yours, that somehow you don't deserve it. Whatever is divine within you belongs to you by right. Talk to your heart. Listen to what it tells you. There's no question beyond its wisdom. Your heart is part of eternity, and its wisdom has no limits. Its light is a storehouse of knowledge, and its infinity equals the divine dimension where part of you has existed throughout all ages. Don't believe the empty lies that say your heart can turn black with anger, shrink with pain, or shatter into pieces. Your mind plays with perceptions, with expectations and demands, but not your heart. In your chest lives the core of your true presence on earth, placed there by the one who knows you better than you know yourself, your source and truth itself. So don't imagine your thoughts can corrupt what's incorruptible or change what's unchangeable. And though your thoughts have been given great creative power, they cannot destroy the golden altar of your inner temple. Because thoughts exist in one dimension, while your heart is kept safe by the one who exists beyond time and space. You ask what's waiting for you. My only answer is, whatever you truly desire for yourself. Ask yourself what you want and watch your dreams come to life. Keep asking, what would make my heart rejoice? What would free it from heaviness and clear my mind of fear? Think constantly about your true desires, but don't chase after anything that disrupts your peace, because only in peace can dreams take form. Desire is your road to truth. You already know that getting what you want doesn't guarantee happiness. But have you actually lived that knowledge? Desire and wait for fulfillment. Only through gaining and losing will you understand how meaningless possession is and how brief ownership lasts. Only by letting go can you spread your wings. Only by giving can you learn non-attachment to phantom forms. Only by flowing freely among the images that create your visible world can you remember what exists beyond time and decay. Like a child craving new toys, you're mesmerized by the mystery of having things. But whatever your hands touch will turn to dust in time and space. How much do you need to touch before you accept the inevitable? You can't hold on to even a grain of creation. And what kind of goal is that anyway, when all of creation is already yours, free of charge? To create reality and then cling desperately to its pieces with bitterness and fear. Is that how a creator treats their creation? As long as you see yourself as lacking, how can you receive what was never lost? Does a fish swimming in water crave to possess the ocean? She barely notices it, busy with her daily life. Yet the ocean is completely at her service, gently touching her scales, providing food and shelter, nurturing her offspring. If she worried about owning even a single liter, her life would become unbearable, because separating one part of the ocean from another would be impossible. And her thirst for ownership would never end until the whole ocean became her treasure. But isn't it already given to her completely? Doesn't she already own it without a single thought about ownership? You divide the ocean into drops and carefully claim each one, guarding it jealously from other hands. Those hands are your own, and the ocean fully belongs to you. What's the point of hoarding crumbs when everything that exists is waiting for your attention? Ask, and you'll receive. Whatever you need will be given. But this simple ritual isn't worth your fears, your tears, or your agony of despair. Your intention alone, your simple request alone, already sets fulfillment in motion. Everything else just slows down the joyful flow of being. Fear of loss and fear of loneliness exist only because you believe you've been forgotten and abandoned to fate. How easily you believed that in a universe woven with such flawless, perfect beauty, you could somehow end up beyond all grace and outside eternal care. You still believe events are random and your presence in the world is an accident, that your encounters and the universe's gifts aren't answers to your prayers and requests. For every desire you have, no matter how fleeting, a fulfiller has already been born. For every call you make, an answerer has already been found. For every request, a giver has already been created. Walk the earth as if you own everything, but release with a light heart everything that comes into your hands, because ownership isn't your lesson. See the beauty in something else, in the very principle of divine being. What's asked for is manifested. What's given is returned. I wouldn't dare limit you in any way, because you are my child, and all my love serves your existence. If you could only let go of the fear of our separation, paradise would return to your earth, along with everything you've denied yourself for so long, your greatness and your power. Everything you couldn't even imagine is connected to me, and in this connection, we're inseparable. Give me every thought you have, and I'll return it to you cleansed of fear and vulnerability. Whatever you bring to me, I'll take and transform. Bring me everything that troubles you, and I'll dissolve your fears. Bring me everything that weighs you down, and I'll free you from that burden. Bring me everything that separates you from others, and I'll show you the path to unity. You cannot truly doubt me, because doubt itself is the hell you're living in. Doubt your doubt if you feel the urge to question something. Don't you notice that every doubt splits you in two, and then again and again, until the small fragments of your once whole being start to resemble sand? How can sand comprehend truth? How can a molecule touch the infinite? Gather yourself back together so that in this wholeness you can touch the truth of yourself and the truth of all the world you're inseparable from. What exists in unity exists in truth. Taking a step toward me isn't betraying yourself. You're simply acknowledging that part of you is larger than you thought. In that part lives everything you admire and everything that captivates you. Taking a step toward me is taking a step toward your true self, and no matter how vast the distance between us seems, the journey from point to point is accomplished by intention alone. There's no space in our unity. That's why the path to the Father doesn't run through space, but through the heart alone. Take a step into your heart. We'll meet there and never part again. In this sacred place, protected from your dark thoughts, I keep a space for you. It's yours by right, and no thought can take that right away. You left your magnificent throne among the stars long ago. Now, infinitely far from it, you dream of returning. But there's no return through space. There's only a return to yourself, to where you were from the beginning, not to the cosmos, but to your heart, which gives the cosmos meaning. Without it, the cosmos is just endless, meaningless void. Where your Father is, there's your home. Where you were born is where you belong. The path home lies through the heart. What seems to separate us is only an illusion you believe in. How do you separate a drop from the ocean? How do you build fortresses among ocean waves? Everything that seems solid and unshakable will crumble under the force of the waves. But the unity of the sea and its waters is eternal. Build your ship if you want to master the elements, but that element is yourself, and this is the only thing you need to realize. Where the Father is, there is the Son. What separates them is just a fog of the mind tangled in its own complexity, but you have the power to untangle yourself. Know that there's no net that could trap you forever. Everything temporary is temporary precisely because it dissolves under the pressure of eternal truth. When you know this truth, the temporary will step aside, clearing your path. When you let it go, you'll find yourself at your starting point, in the heart, where shadows of the outer world cannot reach. What's my message to you? It's about accepting everyone in whom you don't see truth. Look through my eyes at everyone you've judged, at every wrongdoer, and see the beauty of God's dwelling place, where a judge becomes a friend and an enemy becomes a brother, living in infinite love and forgetting past mistakes like a bad dream. That's why I ask, where do you look to find me within yourself and also within others? Whoever is one with me is one with the whole world. Differences are tempting, but unity is truth. Only in unity do you find me, and with that discovery, you lead others to Him as well. But can your eyes really see unity when it's so cleverly hidden behind the diversity of forms? That's why, on this journey, you're not given eyes as helpers but the heart. What you can't see with physical vision, your heart sees and answers you with a living voice. Hear it. Touch it with your attention. Give it the chance to speak. And what speaks through the heart comes from me. How do you want to communicate with me? With words or with the heart? With sounds expressing fragments of truth, or with truth itself flowing from your heart? What words do you need to express what can't be expressed, only experienced? Do you even know such words? Did I ever know them? What exists beyond words completely embraces you, bathing you in truth. Everything you've named is symbolic, illusory, temporary, and will turn to dust as soon as you forget about words. Beware of fragmented knowledge. It hooks you on details that have no place in your heart. Though your heart is as boundless as the universe itself, it won't carry or contain such garbage, because unity serves only unity, and wholeness dwells in value. Any fragmented knowledge excites you with tempting mysteries, but in wholeness, there are no mysteries for you, because everything there is as clear as light. Since the beginning of time, your heart has held the truth, opening its arms to you and longing for your ascent into it. It has no riddles for you, despite what you think about the path to truth being paved with puzzles. Truth is indivisible because it exists beyond space and beyond intellectual tricks. You can't solve it through chains of logical reasoning or assemble it from scattered puzzle pieces. If that were possible, your journey to the heart would be endless and therefore meaningless, because something that moves away as you approach mocks you and your striving, only confusing you more and playing with you as the eternal loser. In the sacred ascent into the light of your heart, this heavenly dwelling, everything has its place. Your steps are already imprinted on the canvas of eternity. What must happen is happening. While you struggle against accepting this fact, you forget what matters most. Your will is inseparable from His, and in the unity of this aspiration, your true happiness awaits you. Feel how your entire being moves toward this one source, closing its eyes with all its might to the flickering of the outer world, whose only purpose is to distract you from returning. But God doesn't expect battle from you, because in battle you can't become a victor, only sink deeper into pointless games. What's sown is reaped, and in this harvest, no miracles are expected. The truth and miracle that draw you are hidden in your heart. The ascent to it lies beyond the visible world, and therefore cannot be accomplished through it. Walking on water as if on dry land. I wasn't teaching you about miracles. I was only showing that what you perceive as real isn't real at all. and therefore, it can't answer your questions about where you come from and what things really are. The miracle without limits lies in your realization of yourself as God's only child, equal to the Father in power and infinity, standing with Him as equals in a space without coordinates, existing in a form without visible expression or explanation. Where you come from, constantly replenished and resurrected like a phoenix in matter, nothing harms you and nothing can destroy you. Only by keeping your attention on this source will you be able to distinguish true from false, perceiving then the visible as what it was created to be, a way of expressing yourself, a tiny part of your power that flows out and returns to eternity. How do you tell truth from false? What judge do you go to for decisions? What standard do you measure by? Is your judge really all-knowing, slamming down verdicts suddenly, protecting you from enemies and demanding your obedience while demanding compliance from others? Is that the kind of judge you wanted as your helper? Aren't you afraid that he'll start judging you too, the moment you hesitate or question his decisions? A judge whose purpose is to condemn is no friend of yours. The whole philosophy of protection he offers is based on fear of losing everything you bring to him. You think he's your defender, that with his help you can win once and for all. But battle only breeds more battle. A victory won through division brings only division. And in division, every sacred idea gets forgotten. In it, you forget yourself, sinking deeper into what you desperately fear. A judge who knows your rightness and another's wrongness will price your victory at your life. You win the battle, but lose your whole life. Is that a deal worth your attention? Because in it, what's precious remains unreachable. From victory, only colorful ash and a handful of dust remain in your palms. There they are, the magnificent results of your victory. Is that the kind of manager of your decisions you want as a friend? Everything he's charged others with, he'll charge you with too, the moment your good sense wakes up from its sleep. How will you look him in the eye, knowing that the only decision he has for you is division and judgment? Is that the kind of court you want for yourself? You'll review every decision you've made for the presence of divine truth in it. Not one will go unnoticed. Everything you brought to the judge, every verdict you delivered to others, you'll have to reconsider. There's no other way. Everything you imposed on others, you imposed on yourself. That's why such heaviness weighs on your soul, because you know of your unity with everyone like you. You'll ask, what kind of judgment should I use then? I'll answer, the judgment of divine truth. It's been given to us completely by the source who knows no other truth. And if you've forgotten it, I keep it for you. What can such a court deliver except compassion and empathy that erase the boundaries between God's children? What can such a court require except forgiveness that restores unity and helps remember the true nature of divine children? In your decisions, truth will shine with the light of the Most High when rising above the petrified judge who sentences your light and others' light to crucifixion. You believe in another's innocence and, along with it, your own. As long as there's a thirst for verdict, punishment is inevitable. But when the trial takes place and truth speaks through you, the judge will fade and never appear again. Your sentencing light, and the light in you and me, in our Father, and in each of your brothers, is one and the same. Pull back the hand, reaching for the blade to take revenge, because as long as the blade is more desirable than an embrace, God's child won't see paradise. The desire to crucify light is absurd. The blade will pass right through, and the light will remain untouched. What besides flesh will you disturb with your weapon? And when flesh falls away and light appears before you, what standard will you bring to that which is eternal and lies at the foundation of all existence? Follow the silence of your heart. In that silence, you'll find all answers. Stay there and only there, no matter how much you want to return to the space of disconnected fragments. Only the heart will unite everything into one, though you won't see this unification with physical eyes. You still think you can stitch together a decent reality from the colorful scraps of the physical world, maybe even thrive in it and accomplish great things. But you have only one great task: to unite the disconnected fragments and carry this unity into a world that has forgotten everything about oneness. Like a bad dream where everything seems connected and significant, which you shake off in the morning, your old fragmented perception will seem like a fog you believed in and surrendered to. Playing by the rules of separation is impossible for one who unites all existence within themselves. And with that, we conclude part 5 of our journey. Remember, your heart is the only judge worthy of making decisions in your life, and its verdict is always the same: unconditional love and forgiveness. In the next part, we'll continue exploring the depths of divine truth. Stay in the silence of your heart, and we'll meet there again.